And Donald Trump loves this country. He's done more for you than you realize. And Jack Smith...
What's an example of that?
What's an example of that? Look it up. I'm not your secretary.
This is the Republican Party in a nutshell, lashing out and shutting down after the slightest bit of pushback about Dear Leader.
My point is, Jack Smith is targeting the man who has done more for you and the rest of the country, and therefore that makes Jack Smith a traitor, guilty of treason, a CIA mole, and he needs to be in jail.
The mental gymnastics this man is performing and the leaps in his logic are both completely absurd, but we all know that these are the people Trump and the Republicans prey on.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
You're doing a great job, like on camera. Would that be something you're interested in?
Oh yeah. Here, take my card.
Oh, sweet. You know what I might ask is just if you don't mind, just to show that you actually know what you're doing around the set. Would you mind would you be able to shadow and kind of get coffee for people and take notes for people for a little bit before you get in front of the camera? Maybe we could work something out where you're like an assistant or something like that.
You got my email, so you email me.
I'll email you, and then maybe you could end up being an assistant, a secretary, or something like
that.
that.
What's your name?
Jason Selvig. I guess it turns out that guy might be my secretary.
And he doesn't even realize that the tables have been turned and he's being insulted. Brilliantly, as always, by Jason Selvig of The Good Liars.
I'm going to tell you why I support President Trump. He is a problem solver. In fact, I'm amazed of his genius.
Second Amendment as well. I love that. God's gun, guts.
Everything.
Yeah, look at you. And you know what? You got a cool haircut. I'm hoping to...
Also lost a lot of friends because I'm a Trump fan. I don't understand it, but you know what? We're all in for him.
Yeah. And you know what? We're going to pray for those people who cannot open their eyes.
However, it is sad to see someone so lost in the lies and delusions of the MAGA movement that they've lost the support system around them.
Do your research. Even if you say you're a liberal, a Democrat, it doesn't mean you're a socialist. You are old school Democrats probably. Do the deep dive, do the research, and make up your mind not based on who's telling you what. Make up your own mind. Look at the facts. Stop listening to the talking heads. Use your brain. Research.
Regurgitating talking points about doing your own research aside, this woman actually brings up a very interesting point about our political system by saying that classical Dems and Republicans/conservatives aren't so different. And in general, she's kind of correct.
Can you tell me what owning the libs means to you?
Prove them wrong, because they're wrong about a lot of things. And, I don't think they even necessarily mean to be wrong. They just don't know what's right.
And give me one example.
Okay, well, there's too many examples. I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
There's so many. There's got to be one.
Something that they are wrong about.
But we've seen from countless interviews of Trump supporters that what matters most in politics, to them at least, comes down to wanting to be on the winning team. And that team sports mentality of American politics explains why so many decent people get caught up in the right-wing propaganda machine.
We're so left. We're so left. I just pray that the country turns around and we become one nation under God again.
This sums up our point perfectly. This woman only thinks the country is so far left because that's what the media she's been consuming and the politicians she supports have told her to believe.
I would venture to say just the ones I've spoken to, and I have, they have no clue. They deny that transgender things are going on. They deny it all. My biggest fear right now is nothing is in place, or I don't know if anything's in place, to not have the election stolen again.
Is there a Democrat you could see supporting?
Zero.
If President Biden were to walk...
Why do we call them Democrats when they're Marxists? Why don't we call them what they really are?
Well, I'm just talking about the parties.
That's just the way liberals are. If you don't agree with liberals, they'll shut you down, they'll spit in your face, and they'll kill you.
When I do go to Democratic rallies, they say the same things about you guys.
Yeah, but where's the proof in the pudding?
Well,
okay, did you see all these marches and everything else, and these burnings and everything else? I know you're gonna bring up January 6th.
I'm not bringing anything up.
I think we're good, though, right?
I promise I'm not bringing.
Right.
While liberals and the Democratic Party as a whole are playing a major role in holding our country back from progress and deserve as much criticism as the right. The fact that only two parties are controlling the government has allowed these deep-seated team sports attitudes about politics to grow and spread unchecked, only making hostilities much worse than they already were.